process. Stop trusting yourself. Because if you don't have trust me, look, you go to surgery, you have issues. Do they have a process? Yes, right? Do you want that dude to trust himself when he's got you cut open, right? Or do you want him to trust the process? Do you want everybody in that operating room to know the process? Because it goes down to the process of sterilizing the equipment, right? Sterilizing the room. There's a process. There's a process when it comes to. So there's a process in everything that we do, right? And I want you guys to get really, really clear of the process. And Paul, if you haven't listened to my six-figure agent role play as well, I know Donna's diving into it. Why isn't Donna here, by the way?
She is coming back from Denver. She had there's some relatives that had some things, and so she had to go up to this last week. So she's traveling today, right now.
Okay. I would encourage her as your team leader to make sure she's here.
You got it.
Or even listen to the role plays as well. So there's a process, right? When I'm talking to somebody, we'll use the context of an open house. So I'm going to teach for a little bit, and then we're going to do some role plays. So when I'm an open house, my process in my mind is I'm going to let as many people come through, and I'm going to CSI which ones I want to spend time with, right? I am there. If I choose the right open house and I'm not lazy and I put the enough signs out, right? And I have it on the internet and I've done social media, you should have 50 people going through your house in a day. If you don't have 50 in a day, you're in the wrong freaking house. You just are, right? Well, Joey, that's impossible. No, it's not. I could do that today. I know I can, right? I know I can. Make sure you're doing open houses in areas where you're going to want to work with the buyers. If you don't go an hour away to do an open house, because then every time you get a freaking buyer, you got to go an hour away just to show property. You know what I mean? So that's another thing. So I'm sitting back. I go really far into the kitchen. I usually go in the kitchen, the back area. I don't want people to be smothered when they walk in, right? Why? Because I used to work at Nordstrom's. I used to work on the sales floor. And I never wanted to swarm anybody, right? So I would say, hey, how are you? Great. Hey, let me know if you need anything. Because I knew they first came in, right? I'm here if you need any help, right? And then after that, I'd walk a little closer, and I would say, hey, I'm just curious, are you looking for something casual? Or are you looking for something dressy, right? So make sure that your questions that you're asking in your open houses are not yes and no questions. Stay away from yes and no questions in the beginning. Make them open-ended, right? I didn't ask you, what are you looking for can I help you with anything? The answer is no. It's no. Why the hell are you here? Go on a car lot. You gonna buy a car? No. Why are you here? So make sure you're asking open-ended questions. Ask open-ended questions. Are you looking for a dressy shoe or a casual shoe? Doesn't matter to me. Because when I go in the back room, I'm bringing a dressy, a casual, and a sandal. You might walk out with, they used to tell us we had to bring out 5 pairs of shoes every time we were there, right? And I only worked in the shoe department for only 2 years. I worked in many different places. But there's a process, and you need to know what your process is. So my process is I'm going to sit back, I'm going to ask them some questions. And if it doesn't feel hard to pull information out of them, if it feels we're going to be very conversational, right? And it's a nice little verbal sparring. I'm giving them what they need. I'm getting a little bit of what I need. It's a fair exchange. Then I'm going to dive in. But if they're making it really, really hard just to talk to them, I'm good.
Right.
I'll give them their list and send them on their way. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. Worse now than ever before. I'll give you guys an example. I was asked to evaluate 10 properties in downtown, 10 of them. I evaluated 7 of them. 2 of the properties, they don't let me see any of them. One property is so freaking unique in all of Sacramento, I've never seen one of them. They're asking me to evaluate this property without seeing the inside, and he lives there. Hell no, I'm not putting my head on the chopping block. I told the lady 3 times, I can't value without seeing it. Well, just give me a value. Just add 100,000. I'm not going to do that. Who am I doing that for? For me or for you? Right? She's not the seller or buyer. She's a third party. And then there's another one. It's a 10,000 square foot home that they bought for like 900 grand, like 15 years ago. And I'm like, I can't value this without looking at the inside of it. They go from 1.6 to 4 million. Where do I go? Am I going to blindfold and throw the dart? I sent an email yesterday saying I got 7 out of the 10 properties ready. They're all ready to go. I can't help you with the other 3 unless you show me. Unless you show me. I don't care. Whether I get the deal or not, it's okay. I can be all distracted with the millions of dollars of property, or I can say, I don't want 10 overpriced listings. I don't want overpriced listings, right? I have a process. You need a process. I can tell you my process, and I can put my tap dancing shoes on and I can show you my process. You're going to like parts of my process. You're not going to like other parts of it. Real estate is very boring. It is. You need to get over the repetitious boredom of the process. Outside of the process is what's boring. Everything else, you don't have time to get bored. You got all these personalities and you got this going on and that going on. And you know what I mean? There's so much to it, right? But you need to have a process when you're communicating. Let me go back to my open house. I sit all the way back, right? How you doing, John? I sit all the way back. They walk in, right? I ask them a few questions. Don't forget to come see me on your way out, right? And if they don't come see me, they leave, that's okay. I'm not chasing them down the street. And when they come back to me, as I said, great. How do you feel about the home? I always say feel, I never say think. Why? People don't pay with what they don't buy with what they think, they buy with what they feel. How do you feel? How do you feel about this home? Oh, it's nice. Too big of a lot. Okay, great, perfect. You're back here for your new list of homes, aren't you? Part of my process. Great. I always put the lists in the kitchen drawers. I don't have them out on the table because I don't want anybody grabbing my list without being part of it. You don't get my list. I gotta hand it to you, right? So I put them in the kitchen drawers. I'm telling you guys everything. You guys, okay? And then I say, hey, the free list, just so you know, I'm one of the only agents in the area that publishes vacant homes. So I have 4 lists right now. I have 0 to 500. I have 500 to 600. I have 600 to 700. And then I have 700 and up. Which one would you like? You know why? Because now I'm not asking them how much you approve for. I'm not asking that question because every other knucklehead is asking that question. I don't want to ask that question. Then I pull the list out. Hold it up. This is my process. Hold it up. So this is a list, John, but this is only based on price range. It's not based on bedroom, bath, square footage, or even areas. This is the whole zip code. So I'm just curious. Do you like this area? What part of the area you're interested in? Well, we're just started looking. We're all in Elk Grove. Okay, great. So now they started here. My process. They're going to start. Everybody starts here in the funnel. Everybody starts here. Your process is to get them from here to narrow down. Narrow down. Do not accept this. This means no sale. This means, oh shit, what did I do wrong? I'm serious. This is where they're always going to be. I want to be in Elk Grove. Great. Are you aware there's 3 zip codes in Elk Grove? Oh, no, I'm not aware of that. Perfect. Well, let me share with you, John, a few of the things that I have found in the past. Some people want to be closer to Highway 5. Some people want to be closer to 99. If you want to be closer to 99, 95624 is a great place. 95624 is a little bit more of a mature area. The homes are a little bit older. They've been around a little bit longer, right? And then 95757 is one of the newer communities. The only thing you're going to get a lot of 95757, honestly, is you're going to get a lot of Melrose. A lot of Melrose. Mark, this goes back to what I'm saying, being a master of your area, right? There's a lot of Melrose in 95757. But man, it's a beautiful area. If you have kids in schools or whatever. 95758 is great, but it's very spotty. There are areas that are really nice and there are areas that are, I wouldn't necessarily want to go there at 5 o'clock in the afternoon or after 5, right? And then I used to have a map. I have a map on the wall and I would walk them over to that map. Process. Walk them over that map and I would show them the areas. Well, maps are just not right, Joey. Get a map. I used to take thumbtacks and pin them on the wall right there. Ask Kim Carlson. She'll tell you the same thing, right? Why? Why would I do that? Because I want to teach them something they didn't know when they got here. I told you that last week. So I would show them that. I would show them that. I would show them where the rentals were at. Let me ask you a question. How do you reject to me when I do that? How the hell can you reject me? I'm asking you a question. How could you reject that? Or did I just like totally give you something you didn't, you just want to walk through the home? Right? And I would go that whole thing and I'll say this, here's what I'm going to do, John. I want to put together a custom list for you of vacant homes. I want to get an idea kind of what you're looking for. You know how real estate works, John? Information comes in one year, somebody's asking me something, and the other year I'm hearing about an upcoming property. Over the last 10 years or so, I have built a relationship with the brokerage community. So I'm often notified about properties before they hit the market. And then I start saying, and I start writing it all down. And I write it down on the list that I'm supposed to give them. I write it on the list. And I used to take a photo. I used to take this, and I had a photocopier, like a multi in the open house. You'd walk in my open house. I'd have a printer. I'd have a tablecloth. I used to have the little hotspot pieces that I would keep there. Now we can just use a phone. I had a laptop, a tablecloth. That's where it was. And I would write it all down. I'm like, great, got everything I needed. So I'm just curious, Paul, have you found a loan that you're comfortable with? Because we've done all that. We've talked about all that stuff. I know about how many dogs you have, hamsters, goldfish. I know why you're buying, why you're selling. Have you found a loan that you're comfortable with? Not what are you approved for? It's none of your business what I'm approved for. Have you found a loan that you're comfortable with? Why? I want to know. May I explain what I mean by that? Sure, absolutely. Paul, some people will buy the house that they can afford, and some people will buy the house that they're comfortable with. Does that make sense? When you buy the house you can afford, sometimes your house will pour, right? Buy the house that you're comfortable with. You can save money for your kids' college education. You know what? Honestly, I got it pre-approved through Quicken, but they're like, now they're blown away, John. They're like, oh my God, this guy cares about me. Do I care about you? What I just told you right now, does it feel like I care about you? Does it feel like I care about the decision you make? Does it seem that I care whether you work with me or not? Do you really do I feel like I have to work with you? Do you feel like I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta have you, John. I gotta have you, Mark. Do you feel that way? Or you just feel like we're having a conversation?
Conversation.
Yeah.
Right? Do you feel like I'm really trying to help you I'm trying to help you self-discover?
Right.
That's my process. I need to not make this about me, and I need to get you into self-discovery mode, John. You need to start self-discovering. You need to start self-discovering. And then after all that, I'll say what clients like you found useful in the past, John, is we get together for about 30 minutes. I will go over the market in detail for you, John. You will understand in all of Elk Grove, in all 3 zip codes, you will know what zip code you can get the most amount of value home for your money. Make sense? You'll get a clear idea. Because what I want to help you do is have you make good, sound business decisions. I have time this afternoon, or I can do it tomorrow. How do you say no to that? I'm asking you a question. I just went through all that stuff. I made it really difficult for you to say no. Would you guys agree?
It's true.
If you get 50 people that come in, keep in mind here, that means you're going to get 49 no's to get 1 appointment, right? And you should be okay with those 49 no's. And literally, you get so good at this, here's what's going to happen. You're talking to John. I'm talking to John right now. And now somebody else is in the open house. And they love what they're hearing between me and John, that now they're going to wait for me to be done with John.
Right.
And then I'm going to turn my body a little bit over. So now I can talk to John and I can talk to the new person that I came in with. Guys, I'm telling you, this is why I had to have multiple people at my open houses, right? Is because this is what happened. That's my process to get an appointment. That is exactly my process. There's nothing outside of that. So when you think about it, number one, greet them, allow them to move around. Don't smother them. Number two, tell them, be sure to come see me for your free list before you leave. Okay? And then sit back. And when they come in, ask about, how they feel about the home, right? And then you're waiting for topics. Scripts are just designed to let them talk. And when they start talking, you just sound interested and just keep digging, keep digging, keep digging. There's a book called When I Stop Talking, You'll Know I'm Dead. It's by Jerry Weintraub. Jerry Weintraub was a film producer. And Jerry Weintraub was always about the art of keep talking. Jerry Weintraub always talked about, he just kept talking. Because he knew if he kept the conversation flowing, right, that it would work. And your job is to keep the conversation flowing, to keep it flowing. And that's when you have a fair exchange of teaching and gathering, teaching and gathering. You need to gather all the information necessary as much as you can in that appointment. And you need to set an appointment. Do not let them walk out of the house without an appointment. Well, I'm not really ready to do a I'm not really ready to set an appointment. Hey, no, I can appreciate that. So if that's the case, let's just schedule a follow-up time to talk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. Now watch me. I'm going to go back the information I had, and I'm going to look for. I'm going to talk to some of the agents that also sell alongside of me and see what properties might be available out there for you. Does that sound good? So you're gonna, yeah, oh, absolutely. So I schedule an appointment over the phone, but I don't get a no very often. I really don't. And then when I'm done and I set the appointment, the last part of the process is I tell them why they need to be there. I always tell them why they need to be there. And that's where what Client IQ found useful in the past is we get together for about 30 minutes. I'll give you a clear idea of what kind of home you expect to get. I'll also give you, you'll also have an idea whether or not you feel I'm the right agent to work with. Because I might not be for you. And then I can also decide whether or not I can help you. We're going to kind of discover where they're matched. Is that okay, Paul? Great, perfect, awesome. And then at the end of that open house, I call them. Hey, Paul, Joey Satariano. Now people aren't answering phones, so I'll do a video text. Hey, Paul, Joey Satariano. Hey, man, I just want to let you know it was great to meet with you today. I really look forward to meeting with you tomorrow afternoon. And again, I'm going to share with you exactly what kind of home you can expect to get in today's market, and just help you make better decisions in today's market. Okay, look forward to seeing you, and that's it. That's all. That's my process. And then when I do my buyer's consultation, then there's different pieces, but we're not even going to focus on that part of it. We're just going to stay right here. This is where you need to set more appointments. You need to set more appointments. If you're setting up Mark and I were just talking about this. You need to measure how many times you're up at bat. If you're not swinging that bat, you're not selling real estate.
That's right.
If you're not talking to a buyer or a seller, you're not in business. You're unemployed. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you got to decide. So over the next week, you should be really clear and aware of how many people you are talking to in a day. And so when I was a single dad, I needed to do open houses because I knew I could get 100 people through the open houses in one weekend. So I did all my lead generation on Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday through Friday, I serviced all of it. That makes sense?
Makes sense.
Questions on any of that? Questions on any of that?
How would you revive an old lead from open house from, I don't know, last month?
Okay.
Since I didn't
Now, when
get
you
any
say revive. Why do you say revive? Why are you using the word revive?
Because I kind of dropped the ball with two clients. I've been sending them. Set them up on MLS. I sent them a video before, and then I kind of just let it go. And so now I want to reach out again. So, I probably should just reach out and just see if they just ask them the question, have you bought a house yet?
Yeah, but what do you mean dropping the ball? Nothing you told me was dropping the ball.
It seems like I dropped the ball because I haven't actually talked to them again. I just set them on a MLS drip campaign.
That's the problem, John. That's the problem. Moving forward, you don't want to just set them up on a campaign. You need to get in front of them and have an appointment. You need to do a buyer's consultation, John. Moving forward, you got to do a buyer's consultation.
Okay.
They got to get enough of you over the next. You got to and write this down. BAM, BAM. Always book another meeting before your meeting's over. Always book another meeting, and I talk about that, right? Always book another meeting. So we met at the open house. I'm booking a meeting now for an appointment, right? And then after the appointment, I'm booking a showing appointment. Book another meeting. There is no reason why you guys should not be able to find somebody home within the first week to 10 days. Period. If it is taking longer than that, I'm going to go back to this really quick. Okay. And then I'll answer your question, John. If it's taking longer than that, then you did not educate them about the market. You did not educate them about the market. That's why. Okay. You are not educating about the market because they don't feel confident in their ability to make a decision. Take that and sit up with that for a minute. If you're not finding them a home, well, Joey, here's my favorite excuse. Well, Joey, they keep getting outbidded. Oh, okay. Whose fault is that? Your fault or their fault? Well, it's their fault because they won't write a strong enough offer. Oh, okay. Why won't they write a strong enough offer? Because they're knucklehead. Oh, okay. Great. I'll tell you why. Because you didn't educate them about the market. You did not educate them about the market. They don't understand value. They don't understand their desires and how much money it's going to take to get them. They need to understand that before you take them out. They need to understand that before you take them out. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why your listings are not selling is because they're not priced right. You know why they're not priced right? Because you have failed to communicate the market. No, they're knuckleheads, Joey. They won't do what they need to do. Okay, great. They're not knuckleheads. You don't have a process. You're not following a process. Literally, I have all 7 properties. I have it all outlined exactly. And I'm getting ready to do the meeting. I'm going to show them the formula of exactly how I came to value with each one of them. I'm going to show them the income approach. I'm going to show them the formula. So when I'm done with them, they're going to know exactly how I evaluated the property. And the first thing out of my mouth is, before I get started, guys, I just want to let you know my opinion is nowhere, anywhere in all of these reports. I'm going to show you exactly how I came to value. Now, mind you, I haven't seen any of these properties, but they're all done by the income approach. Does that make sense? So it doesn't matter the characteristics. It doesn't matter if the house is getting ready to fall down. It matters how much income is coming in, right? It matters how much it costs for somebody to buy an income generating asset. In those properties in downtown, it costs, you'll love this, Mark, it costs $13.64 for every $1 of yearly income. $13.64 for every $1 of income. And I have it all mapped out. Why? Because I have a process. For you, John, hey, Bob, I was just calling you. I know it's been a couple of months we've spoke. I just want to see, have you found a home yet? Right? Have you found a home yet? Well, yeah, we're still looking around, but there's just nothing out there. Here's what I like to do. We have some properties that are going to be coming up in the next 30 days. We have several properties that are going to be coming up in the next 30 days. I would like to just get refreshed on what you're looking for. right? They're not making a decision because they don't have the confidence to make the decision. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a buying process? Do you have a buying process, Mark?
No.
You have a process when you buy something? Or do you just buy it automatically?
Just kind of look to see what shoots my eye, fancies my eye, but no.
Okay, so I have a process. I have a process. I want to go and I want to gather intel, right? I want to gather intel. I want to gather intel. I want to understand what the market is selling what I want for. And I want to understand what's good and what's not. I have a process, right? And I follow it, right? And if it's stuff that I'm not interested, I find somebody else that did all the research and I just borrow their stuff. Oh, that's a great printer. Oh yeah, it's great, man. And they tell me about how they sold me, how they sell me on their process of all the reasons why that's the right printer. I just buy the printer. Does that make sense? I have a process. Take your buyers and sellers through the process. And it first starts in that first conversation. Okay? I think you have a process, Mark.
I thought we were
I
about to
think you do. What's that?
I thought we were going to role play that.
We are going to role play that right now.
Well, I'm talking about when I was talking.
Oh, oh, that's funny. He thought it was role playing. That's pretty good. That's pretty good because I wasn't role playing. That means That means I'm going to take that as a compliment. My role play is so good. He doesn't know if we're talking or role playing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Who wants to role play? You can role play with me. You guys prefer to role play with me, or you can role play with one another. Doesn't matter to me either way. Who's up? Who wants to be the agent?
I was already in character. Why not we continue going?
Love it. Okay, great. So, you want me to be the buyer, or you want one of these guys to be the buyer?
I'll be the buyer.
Perfect. Go ahead. You got to be motivated, John.
Knock knock.
Hey, John, welcome to the open house today. Glad
Hey,
that you're here.
glad to be here. This is a nice house. How many bedrooms and baths?
So we're sitting at a 4-3 right now, right at about 2,000 square feet.
You have a flyer?
Well, I actually do you better than that. First, please take your time, explore the house.
Okay.
If you have any questions, concerns, stop back and ask me, and I will make sure to answer them. If there's something else that fancies your eye, let me know and we can discuss that more. But on your way out, I'm going to give you a bonus. How does that sound?
Sounds good. I'm really looking for a house with the master bedroom on the first floor. Looking for a two-story.
Okay, so we are a two-story, but it's a little bit more traditional. So this one may not perfectly fit what you're looking for, but please walk around and see the things that you do like so we can try to find that in your next house. And then we'll make sure to set up a search for you. That's going to be a little bit more tailored for what you're talking about. That'll have that primary on the first level, but still be a two-story. How does that sound?
That sounds good. And I also kind of like I don't like the pool in the back because I have little ones and don't want a pool.
Safety concern. Yep, I completely understand that. We can take that off the list. Is there anything else in particular that you like? Like how's the neighborhood or the size of the house?
Yeah, size looks pretty good. Um, Probably need a two-car garage like this one. And I definitely I'm looking for RV storage. I just bought a
RV
boat.
storage. John, that is very unique, but I'm still pretty sure we can do that. So how about this? Thank you for sharing with me. What I would love to do is go ahead and grab some of your contact information, how it'll be easiest to reach you. And so one, I can start sending you tailored information or lists of properties that are available, but also schedule a time where we can get together and also if you're significant other to make sure that I can relay to you what it is that I can provide to you while trying to make sure to serve and hit all your kind of key criteria that you might need. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Tell me, Is it a buyer's market or a seller's market?
John, that is a great question. And that is really just going to depend on, are you a buyer or are you a seller? If you need somewhere to live, it's going to be a buyer's market. If you're looking to move somewhere else, it's going to be a seller's market. Everything's always kind of in flux. And I wasn't trying to be funny at all, but everything's just always in flux. And so my goal is to make sure to meet and exceed the needs that you have currently right now and for the future that's coming around the corner.
Do you think that I can get a discount when I purchase a home, or do you think I have to overbid or go over price?
Oh, on the actual sale price of the house? Is that
Yes.
what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, understood. And that will actually kind of vary. And I say that because we just have to kind of see which houses that you like, what area it's in, and the conditions that are going around with that house right there. So it literally could be any of the above, depending on what those answers say. But in order to take away any of the angst or frustration that may kind of play with that, we'll make sure to sit down, discuss every option, and make sure that you feel comfortable with it. Is that fair?
Sounds good. Um, I'm not available today. I'm probably available on Monday.
Monday, how about, well, thank you for that. And I understand because we are busy. Would you have any time either Thursday or Saturday? And that way we can kind of talk about this for about 30 minutes while everything's still fresh.
Both of those days are pretty bad because I have to work and I'm off Sundays and Mondays.
You're off on Sunday. What time works better for you, morning or afternoon?
Well, since today is Sunday and it's afternoon, tomorrow, Monday's better.
Oh, we just turned to Sunday. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you for reminding me that it was Sunday. Um, I appreciate that. What's going to work better in the evening? Will you be available for you and your significant other?
Definitely.
Okay. 5 or 6 o'clock.
Definitely 5.
All right, perfect. I have you written down for 5 o'clock. And thank you for your information. And as I promised, I also have the bonus for you. Would you still be interested in that?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, so since this house is priced at about 675 listing price, is that still kind of the price range that you want to stay in? Did you want to go down a little bit or up a little bit?
Oh, let's go up to about 750.
Okay. So what I have here for you is I have a list of vacant properties that range from about 650 to 800,000. Now, this is just a full list of properties. It's not going to have all the exact details that we've been talking about. However, you can also start to drive by them on your way home. And if there is one that fancies your eye, give me a call and we'll get you in it hopefully today.
Mark, tell me why are these houses vacant?
Thank you for that question. I was hoping we get to that question. So these houses are with owners that are very motivated. So beautiful properties and owners that are just ready to have them sold. So somebody else can love on them and love in them.
I see. Okay. So yeah, I'll take the list. And so if I see one, you said I can just call you and you can open it up for me?
That will be my plan. I cannot say it'll be 100% just because there may be a scheduling conflict. However, if we can't get you in today, that'll be something that we could add into tomorrow. Is that
Excellent.
fair?
That sounds good because I'm off tomorrow.
Perfect. So, John, thank you for your time. I truly appreciate it. It's been a blessing and a pleasure speaking with you. I'm confirming our meeting for tomorrow evening at 5 p.m., where everybody will be available for decision-making purposes, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Any other questions that you might have right now?
No, no. The other realtor I just left, he had a barbecue.
You had a barbecue.
Yeah. Would you do
Uh,
something like that?
Great role play, Mark. Great role play. How did you feel about it?
it was good. Just kind of rolled with the punches, kept going in different directions, and trying to start remembering and incorporating an appointment or
I think
book.
Yeah, it's always got a quick appointment.
you
What do you
did
think,
great.
John? Give me some
Mark,
feedback.
you did great, brother. I mean, everything I threw at you, you had a comeback. So that was good. That was really good.
Oh, and we learned how to time travel, so that was awesome.
Yeah, that too.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Anything that you could recommend? Any recommendations for Mark?
I was just impressed at how well you guys got into it. I was, that that was great.
Perfect. Any recommendations?
I mean, I thought he covered everything. He got the spouse, he set the appointment.
Yeah,
Um,
I thought it was great. Yeah, really good job. Really good job. Love it. Love it. Okay, so let's do another one, guys. It's just reps, just getting the reps in. Let's do another one.
you guys should flip back and forth.
Okay. Hey, Mark, welcome to my open house. Come on in. Take a look at it. This is a wonderful 3 bedroom, 2 bath. There's a pool in the back. I have a barbecue in the back if you want a hot dog or something. But come see me. I have a special gift for you. Everyone gets special gifts today. Happy Sunday.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having us. Any steak back there too?
Steak. Don't have any steak, but got some hot dog and do have some hamburgers.
Okay, okay. Hamburger would be great.
All right.
This pool is awesome. It's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. There's actually a diving board, so it's over 6 feet.
Nice. Now what'd you say the size was again?
3 bedroom, 2 bath,
Okay.
and it's
Might,
2,000 square feet.
might be a little small. I think we're thinking about expanding the family. We might need a fourth bedroom.
Okay,
But
okay.
otherwise, this is a pretty house though.
Well, thank you, thank you. Hey, let me as far as your needs, what are you actually looking for?
I would say a dream home would be at least a four. If we could get a fifth, that would be totally awesome. I don't know if we would be able to swing it. And then probably three baths, maybe three and a half.
And you like the neighborhood?
The neighborhood is great. It's always been our dream to be in this neighborhood because of the schools and because of how the houses look. We just love the look of it. So if we could get in, that'd be, we'd be happy. And I think we'd be okay if we, got a house that needed a little bit of work also. I think that would be okay.
Yeah, you might be able to get a deal.
That would be perfect. Yeah. Do you think you'd be able to help us with that?
Oh, actually, I could. There's actually quite a few that are off-market properties that I have access to. I can set you up on a drip campaign. Also, what I find useful with clients is to set up a short little 30-minute meeting. That way I get to know you a little bit better and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about as far as off-market properties. What do you think about that?
Well, what is a drip campaign?
Drip campaign is where I set you up on MLS campaign where your criteria is put into the computer, and whenever that particular type of house comes up, you get an email, and you get the first opportunity to take a look at it.
Okay. Now is there also any way just to look at them? Look at the properties without being on the campaign?
Sure, sure. The thing is we'd have to get together on a regular basis, and you can take a look at the properties while uh, actually, it doesn't sound very good. Um, if you find a property that you do like and you want to look at, I can definitely open it up for you.
Okay, we like that. I think my wife would definitely be on board for that. And you said something about meeting also.
Yes, yes. What I do find useful in the past with previous clients is a 30-minute meeting. That way I get to know you a little bit better, find out what you're actually looking for. We can set some criteria up and parameters. And basically it's an informational, no obligation, no pressure. Just basically getting to know each other.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, and so you get a chance to kind of know what it is that we're looking for.
Yes. Also, it'll also give you the opportunity if I'm the actual realtor for you.
Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't know it was normally a two-way street. I thought it was normally I walk in and say, "Hey, what you got?" And we kind of go from there. So nice. Okay.
Yes, I offer full service. And by the way, since you're walking out, I do have these vacant properties that are within 5 miles of this property. Um, we have the 4,000, the 5,000, 5,000 to 6,000, 600,000 to 700,000. What price range were you looking at again?
So we've been pre-approved. I know that we could go up to probably about 650,000.
Excellent.
If you could find us, that deal, and I don't know if it's possible, but if you could find us that deal that gave us that space and just need a little bit of refreshing or updating or whatever, I think we'd be open to looking at that too.
Excellent. Excellent. So in the meantime, here's the list. Take a look at it. And here's my business card. Go buy the properties. If you see one that you like, go ahead and take a look in the windows. If anyone bothers you, show them my card that you're working with me. Also, if you really want to get in, give me a call and I can arrange for you to actually see it today.
Oh, okay. That'd be great. What's better, call or text?
Text would be better. And after the open house, you can call me anytime.
Okay, awesome. We'll do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What'd you think?
I stumbled.
Okay, good, great. Everybody has to stumble, right? You're gonna crawl before you walk. Okay, so what did you like about what you did? What do you feel like you could have done better?
Um, I've never asked for employment before, and that's one thing that I've learned to incorporate is asking for that appointment. That's huge. Um, the vacant houses I've kind of always done. The price points I have not never done. So I have to incorporate that as well.
Okay, good stuff. Um, any feedback for John?
Mhm. He worked through it, which is the biggest thing. So it just kind of showed being natural, being himself, not trying to force anything, not trying to sell anything or hide anything. And that's probably going to win you more points more times than not. I was waiting for you to close me on the meeting.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. I two things I probably would have done is I probably should have closed you with the meeting. Also sent a video text. I like that. That's kind of kind of sweet with the video text. Yeah,
Okay,
I like that a lot.
Paul, do you have any feedback for John?
It really, I was kind of blown away. You guys I mean, you guys went through the full conversation, from the guy coming in the door and everything. It was and worked through it. I mean, I thought that was great. Um, I did have a question though. Okay, so when you're talking about your list, our list here, our hey, here's my bonus list of super motivated sellers that are definitely looking to make a deal. I have it broken down by price range. Do you know why these sellers are ready to make a deal? No, these are vacant properties. These are people that are paying an extra mortgage payment, extra property taxes. They're looking to get out of this property. So something like that, right? With that, could we, okay. And then what format of the list, are we talking about printing from the MLS? Are we doing a one-line grid? Are we doing
One line grid, one line grid, one line grid. Do not give them too much information.
Okay, great. Okay. And then what attributes are we, what columns are we putting here? Because I don't like the default ones, the way they show up. Do you reorder them at all?
No,
No.
I just
No, it just
I
goes
just
up.
do the
It
blank.
goes
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Okay.
You knew I was gonna say that,
I
Paul.
I did kind
Okay.
of. I was hoping, but all right. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll show
yeah.
you guys what I do. Okay.
If I could just
So
say
okay,
one thing.
couple of things. I love your guys' idea of saying surprise. That wouldn't work for me. That wouldn't work for me. I would say I don't want your surprise. I'm rolling out. Tell them what you have. My opinion. Okay. Not, hey, you guys want to try the surprise? It wouldn't work for me. Remember I said before, you got to be congruent, right? Everything that I do would work for me.
Yeah.
Everything that I do would work for me. Does that make sense? I would buy from somebody that's like that, right? Because if they're educating me, I would be like, I want to stay and talk to them because they're teaching me stuff that I didn't know, right? Oh my gosh. And I get drawn in. I start leaning in. I would just tell them, hey, take a look around, and don't forget to come by and get your free list of motivated sellers,
Okay.
right? Or free list of vacant homes. I would say motivated sellers. To be honest
Yeah.
with you, I never used motivated sellers. I didn't use vacant lists. I would just say list of homes. But that was before, you had a lot more people that needed you, right? And here's another thing I want to tell you about. The higher end buyers, they're less dependent on you. The lower end buyers are going to be more dependent on you. Make sense?
Mhm.
But the key that's going to fix all of them, that will tailor to every one of them, is off market properties. That's like talking dirty to a buyer, right? You know what I mean? It's like, I got off market listings. I don't want them. I just want leftovers. You know what I mean? I would be really careful, John, about explaining portal and drip system or whatever. I never want people to think that I'm like setting and forgetting them,
Hmm.
right? And they go out of their way to make it seem like it's coming directly from you and me, right? I wouldn't even tell them anything about that. I'm gonna produce a custom list of motivated sellers for you, John, and I'm gonna shoot them over to you. You know what I mean? They don't need to know that.
Yeah.
John, listen, I'm telling you, and I tell people this. We're gonna be married for the next 45 to 60 days. What does that mean? We're gonna be talking day in and day out. If you set it and forget it and don't talk to them, they're gonna buy from somebody else.
Yeah.
They're going to, right? Kylie and Victor, they're a referral from me from Florida. I sold the data house, right? Biggest compliment in the world. He gave me his daughter to sell a home to. I would shoot messages. And if they're not calling you back after you set them up on a list, John, if they're not calling you you need to call them, John. Next day, hey, I want to make sure, did you receive my custom list of vacant homes? Perfect. Hey, I wanted what day that let's set a showing day this week on Sunday, right? You should have that as soon as you're done. Like I said, book an appointment to appointment. Have an appointment set up with him, right? And the reason why a lot of these guys are falling out and they don't show up for their appointments, it's because you didn't give them enough information to get them to show up. You didn't make it worth their while to show up. You got to take responsibility why it's not working. You always have to be the one that's taking responsibility. I really mean that. If you don't take responsibility, you will not grow a big business. You got to always take responsibility. It's always our fault. Agents would challenge me through the years of coaching. You're not being reasonable, Joey. Well, do they know what reasonable means? Well, what do you mean? Well, they only want to offer asking. Great. Well, did they know that they had to offer over asking before they found a property and fell in love with it? Well, what do you mean? Let me ask that again. Did they know that they were going to have to offer over asking before they found the property and fell in love with it? No. Whose fault is that? It's your fault. I'm telling you, really easy. They need to know, and they need to be equipped with their ability to make good decisions when they're out there. If they have the ability to be equipped to making good decisions, they will buy. They will buy. And it doesn't have to take long. It's get them a lead, one buyer's consultation, and you buy them. Go ask go ask Quang Tran. Go ask Jason Bolts. Go ask Kim Carlson. People that I've trained. Jesse Garcia, Marissa Estes, Stephen Hall. I can keep going. Go ask them. And they're going to tell you what I teach works. What I teach works, right? It's, but again, I don't work with people that if they won't set an appointment up with me, then they're too early in the process for me. Okay? It's okay to polarize the people that aren't motivated. That's me. I don't want to chase people. I don't want to chase people. I don't want to chase people.
Yeah.
Do you put
Make sense?
Yes. Do you put the ones that are too early on an actual campaign, or do you just let them go?
They should be on a campaign, yes. They should be on a campaign.
So still try to capture information and keep them into a system to keep them warm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Very important, guys. Paul, I got like 3 minutes left, man. You want to do a role play, or are you good?
No, man, I'm sorry. That surgery yesterday for my mouth. I'm
Hey, it's all good. Don't apologize.
But
don't apologize. You were still the first person in the waiting room,
but
and you're always the first person in the waiting room. So
the part that I did take from it, I think, is I caught myself being, I guess, too flowery, too trying to dress it up my own self. I was like my super secret sellers list. There's, and you just use too many words. Should have just keep it simple, just like you're saying. Hey, here's my free list of, super motivated sellers or something. Just boom, so that they understand what they're looking at. I don't know. I think that's
hey guys, before you leave, don't forget to come get your free list of motivated sellers that I put together, right? Or whatever, motivated sellers. Your free list of homes.
And yeah, because
you gotta add something on there, and I would say motivated sellers.
Yeah, and if they don't want to come through, then they're not going to be the people that are going to make an offer with you in the next week. So why?
I don't want to wait. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Right? Okay. Trust the voice inside of you that's telling you whether these people are a waste of time. Okay. Right? But you got to have a process. So go ahead, Paul.
Okay. One last question. I know your time's tight. That's why I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. What do we do when they say, oh, well, I'm a neighbor, and so that really they're just maybe interested in selling, not buying? That's what we need to get for next time.
Oh, great. Which home in the area do you own?
That's right. Okay.
Role play with me. What home in the area do you own? Role play with me.
Okay. Oh, great. What area in the home? What home in the area do you own?
No. You're the neighbor. I'm the agent.
Oh, I got you. Oh, I'm over here. I got the house on the corner.
Oh, perfect. So let me ask you: you looking to right size, upsize, or downsize?
Okay, I'm looking. There you go. Okay, I'm looking up.
And then she's gonna say, you know what? I'm just a nosy neighbor.
Right.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I appreciate that. Or she'll say, or she'll tell you the truth.
Right.
And she'll say, we're empty nesters right now. I got really good friends of mine across the street that both of their kids have moved out, and now it's just the two of them,
Right.
right? And I'm wondering if they're going to sell. But you know what? It's there. It's right on the corner. They're really good friends of mine, right? And they know I'm in real estate,
Mm-hmm.
and they always ask me about the market. They always do, you know? So, guys, I'm telling you, if you can master this piece of it, what I'm teaching you right now, which you don't understand, is this is the same freaking dialogue. Whether you're an open house, whether this is an online lead, or whether this is a sign call. I wish we got sign calls. I was a master at converting sign calls. Now nobody calls the signs anymore. I was a master at converting sign calls. The only place I get sign calls now mainly is on vacant pieces of land. People call me. So, guys, I got to run. I got my inner circle call with Brett right now. So,
All
love
right,
you guys. We'll
Thank
see
you.
you next week. And this is going to be sent out. Did you get the video last time, Mark?
Let me check. So I think you have probably other email versus the one you're going
Okay.
to have for the training.
Okay.
Let me check.
And I already sent out the email what we talked about. Got to run, guys.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.